99 Nights in a Forest just had the most terrifying update, and it is full of secrets. Who is the new owl entity? Why is the deer afraid of him? And is any of it actually real? I found the answer to that in every other secret from 99 Nights in a Forest's newest update, starting with the secret of the owl. The big focus on the newest update is the terrifying new enemy, the owl. Spawning at night in the snow biome, this creature is no ordinary bird. He's inspired by a real-life scary myth. Just like the deer who was inspired by the Wendigo, the owl also takes inspiration from a real-life scary myth, the Owl Man of Cornwall. Take a look at this.
The Owl Man is described as being about 6 feet tall.
That's a big old
with
bird.
pointed ears, red eyes, and wings like those of an owl.
Just like the owl in this game. Y'all, have you heard of this thing before? I never want to meet it in real life. If you haven't heard of the Owl Man before this, then you probably have heard of its American cousin, the Mothman.
It's said to exist in the northeastern part of the U.S., specifically in West Virginia. It's said to be a humanoid creature with wings and glowing red eyes, and is known for being sighted before unfortunate events.
Oh my
in
gosh.
1966, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, was reportedly terrorized by the Mothman, which was said to have been seen by numerous witnesses and to have caused a series of strange occurrences. So what is it, an owl or something much more sinister?
But not only are these two monsters based on scary myths, also act the same. But our next secret may explain why. The secret connection between the deer and the owl. There are a lot of similarities between the deer and the owl. They both have the same creepy expression, they both are afraid of light, and of course, they both attack us. Which has led some to believe they might even be siblings, born from the same experiments. Remember the cultist secret lab? If you don't, take a look at this. An experiment lab. But did you guys notice how many tables were in that lab? That's right, there's 2. So the deer probably wasn't the only one that was experimented on. Could they be a part of the same project gone wrong? That said, there are quite a few differences between the owl and the deer, and they're important enough that we've made that our next secret. The owl's secret blind spot. If you haven't figured it out, there is a secret to getting around the owl. I'll let our friend Frantique Blocks explain.
To avoid certain death, you'll have to stand still because moving will cause the owl to start detecting you. Once the owl has detected you, it'll chase you down just like the deer.
And then you get a
stun
feather.
this thing with a flashlight or bring it to your camp to make it go away. The problem is, the owl is incredibly fast, like really fast, faster than the deer, so just stand still.
We should play part of my owl update playthrough. Because I didn't get killed by the owl. I was so confused as to why. It's because I was hiding and not moving. So I can say for a fact this is true. And there's actually even a poster behind the bird watcher that explains that. Don't move when it lands. I didn't notice this when I did my first playthrough of the owl update. Now we know. I appreciate the tip. By the way, the owl is faster than you. You can't just run away from him like you can with the deer. And that makes sense because owls are great predators, and they have excellent hearing that allows them to hunt prey at night.
Owls have an extraordinary ability to pinpoint sounds even when it's pitch black. Their secret weapon? Asymmetric ears. One ear is slightly higher than the other, letting them catch sounds from different vertical angles. This unique setup helps them zero in on the exact location of their prey, even if it's hidden under leaves.
Can we put a picture of my cat Eloise on the screen? Please tell me. Like, I feel like she looks just like this owl.
And that iconic owl face, it's called a facial disc, and it works like a satellite dish, funneling sounds right to their ears.
Wow.
By adjusting the angle and shape of their feathers, they can focus on specific noises.
They can change
like
the angle of their
tiny
feathers?
rustle of a mouse from several feet away. But
Dang.
wait, there's more. Owls have an incredible auditory memory. They can remember sound patterns and locate prey.
They're
after
smarter
hearing
than
it
us.
just once.
You
No
heard
need
it
for
here.
second chances. They strike with deadly accuracy the first time. Next time you see an owl, remember, you're looking at one of nature's most efficient night hunters.
Dang. So it's not just about sight, it's about sound. Which is why he flies away if you don't move. And when he does, he drops a feather, which is my favorite part about this new monster. I won't lie, it's very helpful. But there may be more to those feathers than we think there is. What happens when you collect all the feathers? So every time the owl flies off, he leaves a feather. And it turns out you can trade those feathers in. And when you do, you get a reward. Our friend Alex Box was able to collect all the feathers they needed. Let's see what you get for it.
Let's see, will this be enough for our research? It is. Wait, that's it? I only get a gem of the forest fragment and some cool dance moves. Man,
wait,
that's it? That's it? You
have
a
whole good blue fragment to have,
barrel
though.
That I have no idea where you got that from. And that's it. All right, man,
do you get
I see
to
how
take
it
the
is.
barrel?
I see how it is. We are never doing business again. Maybe if I need fuel, which is probably every run. Can't even get a full gem, though, because they will. Oh, great. Now I have two halves that can't combine.
I was thinking it was a full
amazing.
one. I was thinking that it gave you like the full gem. That's not very exciting. But the lore implications behind the owl dropping the feather are much more exciting. Which brings us to our next secret. The secret behind the feathers. So while the reward you get for returning the feathers may not be that great, the deeper meaning behind the feathers is much more interesting. You see, feathers actually have a lot of spiritual significance in many religions. This article explains a little bit more. The Cyan believed the short-eared owl is a bird. They believed all other birds are spirits of the night. Warriors often attach owl feathers to their shields or wear them on their arms. It was believed this would give them special powers, such as the ability to see in the dark and move silently. This owl is definitely judging us, by the way. You feel it? I feel it. What does it mean to find an owl feather? Let's see, spiritual significance. In many cultures, owl feathers are considered sacred. They might represent protection or guidance for the spiritual world. Could these feathers be messages from the afterlife? Maybe he's not even an owl at all. Is the owl a messenger? Kind of like a psychopomp? This is a new word to me. Let's research this together. Their role is not to judge the deceased, but simply to guide them. Psychopomps have been depicted at different times and in different cultures as anthropomorphic entities. Ravens, crows, vultures, owls, sparrows, and cuckoos. Like a cuckoo clock? I'm learning things right now. They're not there to necessarily judge anyone, but to guide them. When you look at it that way, the owls may actually just be trying to help us, giving us messages from beyond. Almost like an angel. I know that sounds crazy. That would make it more positive though. Like, I am so down to play games with an angel. But it's actually not as crazy as you might think. Is the owl an angel? Surprisingly, there's a few connections in the Bible between owls and angels. In fact, there's one angel in particular that would often appear as an owl. Let's look at this together. Archangel Jeremiel. I apologize if I mispronounce that. I read my Bible every day, but there's some complicated names in here. Archangel Jeremiel may also appear in the forms of the owl, known for its wisdom, attention to detail, and excellent sight and hearing. Calling on this archangel brings swift transformation of painful situations while also providing an interlude to gather one's resources for any pending battles. Wait, that part really clicked because we're always gathering resources for battles in this game. I'm just saying. It is interesting that it's saying that he typically appears to people as green and gold energy, which is the same color as the forest gem you get for turning in all the feathers. But what if the owl actually represents something else? Is the owl a siren? Many people have never heard of the siren, but it's actually a really common figure within Russian folklore. Take a look at this. It's a mythological creature of Russian legends with the head of a beautiful woman and the body of a bird, usually an owl, borrowed from the siren of the Greek mythology. According to myth, the siren lived in Erie or around the Euphrates River. Well, the owl may not look exactly like, the lady depicted on the Wikipedia page, but a better explanation could actually come from Native American folklore. Is the owl an angel of death? Since owls are such apex predators, like we learned with their hearing and everything earlier, some believe owls are the angels of death. For many of Americans' indigenous peoples, owls are the most powerful and dangerous birds. Others agreed that owls were spirits, but rather than being malevolent beings with the power to kill, they were messengers carrying news of death to the living. A dramatic example can be seen in the film Killers of the Flower Moon, which is currently in theaters. This is an old article. I don't think it's in theaters anymore. Well, since the deer seems to be based on a Wendigo, it's fair to say the owl may be based on a mythological creature as well, right? But there's another possible explanation that the owl comes from folklore. And it may even explain the secrets behind the deer's origin as well. Are the owl and deer skinwalkers? As we said before, they share many of the same characteristics. But what if that's because they're the same thing? Theories came up about the potential of the deer being a skinwalker. I'll let my friend Perp explain.
The deer has also been associated with other creatures. Although
Scary.
less common, still a very plausible point where the deer might actually be created and the lore behind it. One of the creatures is a skinwalker, which appears to be some shape-shifting creature that can change forms and primarily into a form where it's like vulnerable, so then they can lure in different prey and actually capture the prey and hunt it. In the game, the deer appears to be kind of similar to the skinwalker, with having very long limbs and having an unnatural posture. Thus,
it does have
that
weird
the
posture.
deer might be a skinwalker because the back is also really oddly shaped and it runs weird as well.
Huh, interesting. And what's crazy is that skinwalkers are shapeshifters, meaning they could look like the deer or the owl. But if that's the case, then that would explain why they act the way they do towards each other, which is exactly what we'll have to explore in our next secret. Why is the deer afraid of the owl? I say this because of the cutscene we got from the new owl update. Take a look. This deer looks terrified for his life. He's like, He doesn't like the feathers. He's looking around. He's looking in the sky, literally going, you know? He's scared. I mean, that sound was very scary. There is that. Whoa! He definitely just like shape-shifted through a wall. The owl has woken up. I didn't get that cutscene. That's really sad with all the polar bears. But why is the deer so afraid? In fact, the Wikipedia says it's the only entity known to scare the deer. The owl is the only known animal so far that is capable of scaring the deer. However, the deer is likely not afraid, but rather runs due to being a prey animal. I'm not exactly sure if I agree with the Wikipedia page here. Yes, a deer is a prey animal, but like this deer? This deer is clearly not. So maybe it's scared because it saw what it did? Does the owl have ice powers? You see, the owl came with a new snow biome update. This introduced a chilling new element to the game, including a frozen temple full of frozen cultists. And as soon as you clear the cultists out, the owl arrives. Let's watch our friend Rudolph explore it.
If we kill all the cultists, we could go ahead and spawn the owls. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's kill all the cultists, starting off with the big, large, lardy boy. No, what are you doing? No, don't do that, Biwoo. Okay, it's whatever. We're just gonna have to fight him normally now. Oh my god, the big brute does so much damage, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and use my shurikens to kill these guys. I wish I had better armor, bro. Okay, looks like they're all down. There's a shooter here we gotta take care of. And,
nice.
Oh, Juggernaut. Yep, I'm saving this guy. This guy's gonna look beautiful. It's nighttime, and none of them, like, nothing's happening. Looks like there's a cutscene. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Oh, what was that?
The owl is above. It's gonna take the wolf.
Oh my god! Wait, what? The owl has woken up.
It's creepy.
There's no way. I think if we go outside, like now that we broke, I think. What is
that? He just spawned in.
Wait, shoot at it! Shoot at it! Bro.
Definitely don't move.
We can't kill it.
Stop moving.
What is that?
This is not gonna end well.
What is that? I need to get a thumbnail shot of this, bro. Oh my god, and there's a new jump scare too. No, we have to go back there, bro. We have to investigate.
Oh my gosh. So what happened to the cultists? Did the owl do this to them? Does the owl have ice powers? Can it freeze people? It certainly doesn't do that in the game to us, thankfully. Maybe it lost those powers? Well, that leads me to my very own theory. Are the cultists aliens? So one thing that the ice temple reminds me of is Alien versus Predator. If you didn't see this movie, this scene pretty much explains what I'm talking about. I mean, we're at a temple. There also are aliens in the game. Just saying. I mean, the cultists do act like this, let's be real. There's a lot of fighting going on. Explosion! Whoa. That was a big explosion. And when the predators blow up the temple, it ends up burying it beneath miles and miles of ice, which is a lot like what we stumble on in the snow biome in 99 Nights. So what if the cultists are not humans, but rather aliens? It certainly would explain this cutscene that they had for the aliens. Take a look. They're just big chilling in the dark. And then, taken by UFO. Literally, the cultist is now an alien. I mean, like, we saw it here. See? He's been transformed. Now it looks like the alien stole him and took his place, but some details from this wiki page prove otherwise. In the alien update cutscene, aliens don't attack cultists or the deer, so they are probably on good terms. However, it's likely only due to gameplay purposes. When you would start the game, there was a dead alien next to a hologram emitter that says backup is coming, which could mean that the deer or cultist got to the alien before us and has called backup before dying. So if they're friendly with the deer and cultists, then who is the backup for? Clearly it's for us. So maybe the cultists aren't cultists at all, but just aliens in disguise. It would certainly explain why these barbaric cultists have such advanced technology. But it's actually more likely that they aren't the secret alien, but actually trying to catch the ones that crash landed here. Are the children aliens? While alien cultists are definitely a possibility, it's more likely that the children are actually aliens. Let my friend Fatal explain this one.
During the UFO event, when you look up in the sky, you'll notice that there's UFOs falling down. But if you take a deeper look into it, there's exactly 4 UFOs that fall straight down.
And we have to find all of them.
Correlates one per child, or what's going on here? Is there like more lore that might be introduced?
One UFO per child, it makes sense. I mean, we know 99 Nights is based on a true story, but maybe it wasn't a plane, it was an alien spaceship. That would be a major change to the kids' lore. Put an alien emoji in the comments if you believe this could be possible. And speaking of changes to the kids got a new smile. That's right, the kids have all new looks in the new update for 99 Nights in a Forest. You can see them all side by side here. We have Dino Kid, even got an upgraded hat. Here's Kraken Kid, also looking happier than before and got a pretty cool hat. And let's just say, not everyone was happy about it.
Did they chop you? Or are you normal? Oh my god,
Look how happy they are.
Oh my god. She got the AI generator face too. The only
it
one
is AI generated.
Wait, the Dino Kid too? And why is the Dino Kid white now instead of yellow? Yeah, they chopped my kids, bro.
Yeah, not everybody is happy, it seems. What do you think about the new face design? Do you like it or hate it? Let me know. Being able to change your face between updates seem a little bit alien-like to me, I'm just saying. But it's possible that the aliens aren't actually aliens at all, but rather a part of the forest, as our next secret will explain. The spaceship is a part of the forest. Our friend Fatal has noticed some very weird details about the alien ship, particularly what can happen inside of it.
Also, another cool secret, apparently it can rain in the ship.
I noticed that.
I don't know how it's naturally possible, but I guess it
isn't possible. And that's not the only weird thing that happens on the ship.
For some odd reason, the deer can legit spawn on the UFO.
I had this happen to me.
This legit terrified me.
Yes.
This also includes the wolf, and yes, they can still attack you.
Yeah, I think it made me die once.
This can also happen, which is so
extra
random.
Scary. So if it can rain in the ship and also the animals can spawn, then essentially the ship is just part of the forest, which is pretty weird given the fact that this alien spaceship exists in the same forest where we find woolly mammoths. Well, our next secret may explain that. Is the forest outside of time? Did anybody notice that the woolly mammoth seems a little weird? Despite the recent efforts to bring them back, they are very much extinct. So how are they just thriving in this snow biome? The very same forest that we know to be part of an alien spaceship. Maybe the entire forest is just a hologram. Live in the holodeck from Star Trek. Take a look at this.
What is the holodeck in Star Trek? The holodeck is a room that can create 3D holographic simulations. Users can create everything from simple settings such as a forest to characters to complex interactive stories or scenarios. Holograms are created by the manipulation of photons contained within force fields. To control a holodeck, one need only give the computer verbal commands like end program or ask for the arch. Holodecks themselves are perfectly harmless thanks to the safety protocols. These safeties ensure that things that are normally fatal, such as bullets, are rendered completely harmless.
Well, I definitely have died quite a lot in this game, so it is not harmless.
Thankfully, these safety protocols never fail and can't be turned off by officers with the proper authorization. Unfortunately, safeties fail all the time due to sci-fi phenomena.
Okay, there you go.
And officers definitely turn them off. Although holodecks are mostly used for entertainment, they can be used for investigative purposes. Some examples include
one example is the Wendigo or this owl creature.
Complex engineering problems or even therapy. Holodecks are everywhere in Trek, so it's no surprise that you might ask yourself, what is the holodeck in Star Trek?
I mean, it certainly seems like the aliens would have the kind of technology to do it. And it would explain all of the strange time-based anomalies we see. And explain all of the glitches, like the secret stronghold hack. Wait, did you not know about the secret stronghold hack? Well, luckily, it's our next secret. The secret way to enter the stronghold. Our friend Fatal found a secret way to enter the stronghold. Let's take a look.
If you end up putting the door in your inventory, you are able to phase right through it and start the whole mission.
Whoa.
But as soon as you exit the place, the game will think that it never started, and you can legit just go back in using the same method.
Well, that certainly saves a lot of time. And the fact that it resets only further validates the theory that the forest exists outside of time, or is some sort of artificial hologram produced by the alien ship. Which makes me wonder why they would program a secret basketball game. And that, of course, is our very next secret, the secret basketball game. One of the most overlooked aspects of the new update was the fact that the developers actually hid a secret basketball game in it. I'll let our friend Rudolph explain.
So let's go ahead and see what this basketball is all about. Hopefully it actually works. It'd be nice, but let's see. Oh my god, the deer is hungry tonight. But it looks like you can't play basketball, bro.
Hey!
What? Oh my god, wait, I'm playing basketball, bro.
Okay, open the chest. What's in it?
Hold on, no, I have to make it in. The deer's hungry tonight. No, I can't die, please.
If you get a goal, what happens?
Make it in. No, I'm so trash.
Oh no. It wasn't worth it. It definitely wasn't worth it.
Stay away.
I'm definitely going to have to try that on my next playthrough though. And the new update has also introduced a few new classes that people are really excited about, which takes us to our next secret, the secret new classes. That's right, with everything already included in the new update, we also got 2 new classes. I'll let my friend Alex Blocks explain why they're so awesome.
We gotta see these 2 new classes, one of which might be my absolute favorite. Okay, maybe not. He is called the Base Defender, and I do build a lot of bases where he gives you a defense blueprint.
That is
nice. Can be upgraded. I actually have no idea what in the world that can do. And then defenses you place deal higher damage. The second level I'm actually interested about. But then we have the Berserker, where he revives himself after his first death.
That's what I bought.
Starts with a med kit. When he's revived, he gets a strength boost, and he deals higher damage the lower his HP gets, and he has a sword going through the top of his head. Not the greatest classes, but you know what? I am interested to...
I liked the Berserker. I think the Berserker class will definitely be helpful during my playthroughs. But what's even better than the new classes are the new items that have been added, including one that might be the most OP item in-game, the secret mammoth helmet. The addition of mammoths in the new snow biome is not just great for the lore, but it's also great for us as the player, because mammoths can actually be used to craft the most ultimate item in the game. I'll let my friend Eric fill us in.
And its recipe consists of 2 wolf pelts and a mammoth tusk.
That's kind of a lot of ingredients, I won't lie.
You need to collect 2 mammoth tusks by hunting mammoths.
Gotta glitch them on
but the chance of obtaining a tusk is quite low.
I imagine.
However, the mammoth is very tough and hard to hunt.
I have not defeated
one yet. As it takes many rifle bullets to bring it down.
Next time. There we go.
Alright,
did it drop
here's
one?
What the mammoth tusk looks like after being hunted.
Big.
After hunting multiple mammoths, I finally obtained 2 mammoth tusks. The last part of the mammoth helmet recipe involves hunting wolves to get their pelts.
He's shooting backwards.
So I already have 2 wolf pets, and it's time to go back to the workshop.
Let's see it.
Now that the mammoth helmet recipe is ready, it's time to start crafting.
I want to see it. I want to see it. This is looking crazy. Does this make you like super strong?
Alright.
Probably.
Here's the mammoth helmet. Its design resembles a Viking helmet, which originated around 950 AD in Norway.
Like mammoths, right? Probably. I don't know.
Is this mammoth helmet more effective than a polar bear hat for cold resistance?
Is it? Oh!
It turns out the mammoth helmet is more resistant to cold than the polar bear hat.
That is very OP, especially when you compare it to the worst item in the game, which most people don't even know exist. And that's our very next secret, the secret trash item. While this update may have introduced the mammoth helmet, the best item in the game, the latest update actually also introduced the worst item in the game. It's so bad that the game literally encourages us not to make it. I'll let our friend Fatal explain.
Another secret. If you go to the crafting table and you craft this thing
which I have done,
you are trash. This is utterly one of the most useless things ever.
It's gonna be
helpful. If your friend likes to build this, send him this video and timestamp this part right here. Hi friend, don't build these. You are literally
wasting. It is
wasting.
one flame. Yeah, it's like you might as well just trim down a tree. Well, now you know what it is, so you don't have to waste your time crafting it. That's everything I found in this video. But be sure to let me know your favorite secrets. Or if you found anything in your playthrough that I clearly missed. And how about you don't miss one of the next videos before they disappear. Bye!